channel.
Hello guys, thanks for staying with us and welcome back to the channel. Final where we give you detailed analysis of sport from fans' reaction to pre and post match analysis. Of course, in-depth analysis. Trust me, we bring it to you as it happens. I have my brothers here with me, Official and AY Baba.
Yes, it's
guys,
good to be here.
It's good to have you guys back on
it's
set.
always a
Yes, join us on social media platform on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, that's where we bring the full package. All at Final Whistle 931. Yes, NPFL League has concluded with the PSL League also. As we saw the likes of Remo Star clinching the title of the NPFL League and Mamelodi Sundowns emerging as the winner of the PSL League. Official and AY. How do I see this both leagues safe?
Yes, there's no doubt that let me start from here first. I think AY made mention of something yesterday when we were on this production, and I think a lot of viewers don't seem to understand the gravity of what he said. Rating African leagues, South African league come as fourth. You understand? And we've always said how the North African countries are doing better than us in terms of managing their technologies, their sports sector, especially with Morocco, Egypt, Algeria. You understand? Morocco hosting the World Cup very soon. Egypt hosting the AFCON under 20s. All of a sudden, the same Morocco going to be hosting the AFCON tournament. You understand? Just to show you that yes, they're actually doing better than us. And it's a good thing that South African League, the PSL League, came fourth in the African ranking, according to CAF, or which the NPFL came 12th, if I'm not mistaken. You understand?
12.
Yes, I'm telling you. So there's a big gap and everything. So like you said, Remo Stars claimed the title in this just concluded NPFL listing now with about they claimed the title with about 71 points. With Mamelodi Sundowns in the PSL League clinching with 73 points. And we're looking at these two leagues and the teams involved in this league. Believe me, there's a wide margin. I think it's a hard pill to swallow. It's a bitter truth to say. Yeah. But you know if it smell me, you know tell yourself.
Exactly. You know if you lie to yourself now.
Yes, if I lie to everybody,
you know if you lie to yourself. Yeah.
Deep down, we know that the South African League is better than the NPFL. Not in terms of just their stadiums. Look at the setup, look at the studio, look at the organization, look at the officiating. When last did we see a Nigerian official officiate important CAF matches? Yeah. It's been long. When last did we see Nigerian teams do well in the CAF Confederations tournament? You understand? There's something I even talking while we're doing productions on this Zimbabwe and this other country playing and Lesotho playing their home matches in South Africa. Do you know why they opted to do that? Because they have about 5 FIFA accredited stadiums in South Africa alone. You understand? How many can we say for in the NPFL? I think we have 2.5. Let me not say 3. 2.5. Because the third one is shaking now because of lack of maintenance. Yeah. You understand? So it's just to show you that how the PSL has come in a long way than us. I was even looking at, in my course of research, I was looking at the players that are even playing probably in the African terrain now, because Nigerian footballers are scattered all over outside the country trying to make you understand? Yeah. In my list, I can see that we have about 12 players playing in the South African League, and we have no South African player playing the NPFL. That bad. The likes of Wambali, Akpeyi, Oizu, Noah, Iguadero, Olisanda, Adeleke, Obada. So many of them to tell you how good that league is in terms of pay. Look at the prize money involved. Yeah. We're talking about $1.30 million for the winners of the PSL compared to about $250,000 for the winner of the NPFL. You understand? So I think the administrative section of Nigerian football needs to go out to the drawing box if we are to come close. Because like I said, in CAF ranking, 4th and 12th, 8 spaces.
The gap much.
We have a lot to cover.
Is too much.
The
gap is too much.
Yes. The gap is much. And the reason is because they are doing something right. Like I said, I'll take it from where I stopped last time. You see, when you watch the PSL, it is like a festival. Yeah. Their match day is like a cultural event. When they go out to watch matches, it looks like they
go out to numbers.
In fact, you hardly see the way we have scattered Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal fans in Nigeria. You hardly see. There are little or no foreign club fans in South Africa. They take their club teams into their hearts. Yeah. And here in the NPFL, you see people that only support the team because that is where they are from. Like you are from Benue, you support
Lobby Stars. Yeah.
Okay, I'm from Oyo State, I support 3S. It is not like that in the PSL. People that genuinely love
the passion.
With passion. Yeah. And that is why you are seeing all of those things. Now, I looked at the team that won the league, Mamelodi Sundowns. In the South African national team, they have like 7 to 11 players. Yes. So when you are playing South Africa, it looks like you are playing a Mamelodi Sundowns team. So I'll tell you how you want to win them. A team that has played like more than 30 matches
Together.
together.
Season together.
His season
They
together.
train
You
together.
have seen the likes of Ron Williams, who is their national team captain, as their
Yeah.
goalkeeper. Then Tabo Mokwena, the guy that was in the news, has been in the news
Has been in the
recently.
news, yeah.
The likes of Moala, the likes of Moshengo, the likes of Mabena. A lot of names like that in the South African league, also in the Mamelodi Sundowns league. And look at how they won the league. 14 home games. They won 14 home games
Straight up.
without losing at home.
Wow.
Without losing at home.
Wow.
So that's to tell you something that they are doing right. And then there's another thing I found out recently. Now, compared to us, where we are always channeling our energy towards Europe, our players, when they are development, when they have to develop, okay, the first thing that comes to your end is, how do I want to play in Europe?
Europe,
For South Africans, it
They
is
developed there.
they develop there, and they also have an avenue for you to choose wherever you want to go. For me, it looks like they are not players in the. You might think of they are not foreign players from South Africa playing. They have.
Yeah.
Recently, I found out they have players in Croatia. They have players playing the Portuguese.
They have.
League,
They have scattered there.
Scattered.
So you have players in the league that they are doing well too. So you that you are just developing, it's there for you to decide. You are seeing Mokwena that is
That's
doing
doing well, yeah.
He's doing
Doing
well.
large,
Yeah.
doing well.
And he's getting national team call up.
Why
Compared
would I
to somebody
just
that's
remain
playing
there?
Croatia and Portugal,
That's
that
not
is not
getting
getting
call up.
call up. So you
Yeah.
decide that let me follow this, and that's why we are seeing all of their players trying to strive to play in their league, and which is it is working for them.
Yeah. So welcome development.
In the Premier League, we've
Yeah.
seen the likes of Benny McCarthy, who just picked up a coaching job recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a striker coach in the Manchester United for years,
Yeah.
for some donkey years, and now he's back. Look at him in the Premier League. He's the highest. He has the highest South African goal. South African player that has the highest goals in the Premier League.
yeah.
Around 34 goals.
Wow.
The same with Steven Pina, 214 appearances in the Premier League.
Wow.
A powerful midfielder when he was playing.
Yeah.
So they have players that have played in the Premier League. It's not like they are just home based.
Yeah.
So it is not left for you to decide: do I want to play outside South Africa,
I
or
want
do
to
I want
stay
to
at
play
home.
in South Africa?
Hmm.
So it is just a choice that you have to make. If you are a developing player, so you have the choices to make.
Hmm.
So you look at all of those things that are doing right compared to ours here. They were only focusing on Europe.
Export.
Sending players outside. Yeah.
So that is one of the challenge. Now, official has call our attention to the fact that we don't have players playing. Before we used to have foreigners playing this.
Playing
Yes,
this, yeah.
Brazilians.
Yeah.
Brazilian, a lot of. Now, the highest paid player in the South African league is not even a South African. It's a Serbian. I think Miklovic. He plays for Kazia Chiefs. That's about $50,000.
Just imagine.
That's to tell you how
Just
lucrative,
imagine, yeah.
how lucrative the league is. So who will see that kind of money? Go say one go Europe. What are
Where
you
you
looking
go
for?
for Europe?
looking for
Now
Europe?
money they find now.
Betters will
This
collect the
Kazia
money.
Chiefs
I
did not even
swear.
collect the league. Go.
And the collective is high.
And he's the highest paid player in the league.
He's
not in South Africa.
League. So you ask yourself, what are they doing right and what are they doing? Do they have their own challenges?
Yeah.
No doubt. I think in 2001, 2000 season, about they had one match fixing scandal that almost dealt with them. 40 people were arrested, match commissioners were and then assistant referee.
digging deep.
And then that has clouded their league. And then, since that time, you've not had anything. Look at the organization, for crying out loud. Look at everything that they're doing right. You understand? So if we are not emulating, for crying out loud, we just had the best trophy parade in the league.
Yeah.
Look at
Raymond Star.
from Raymond Stars.
It was
Just one club doing it well, getting it right, getting it right.
Yeah.
Though the only issue I have with the South African league is where I know some of them would probably go against this. Is the competitiveness.
Yeah.
Now, Mamelodi Sundowns that we are talking about has won the league 8 times consecutively.
Yeah.
So what is happening to the other
teams? Yeah.
Family.
is it a family?
Is it
a family?
Kaizer Chiefs.
Is it
Teams
League One?
Orlando Pirates, Super
Yeah.
Sport are not stepping up. I don't know what is happening. So when you have a league that just one team is consecutively
Winning
winning,
the thing.
so what's the thing about the competitiveness compared to ours where we have had a Yimba,
Different winners in the
Yimba,
last 5
Raymond
seasons.
Stars,
Yeah.
last season was Rangers.
Rangers,
So
yeah.
it cut across different clubs.
Yeah.
But now Mamelodi Sundowns done the bottle. He just the body.
They buy and manage them.
He just the body them for that. So I think the competitive is what I have an issue with. I think Mamelodi Sundowns have dominated them, and then it shows the reason why they have a lot of names in South African national team.
Okay, AY, before we go official, we've talked about how they are doing some things right and how we are doing some things wrong. Now, looking at this thing that we are doing now, official, what do you think we should be doing right in terms of promoting our own domestic league?
First of all, it's this investment. I won't lie to you.
Powerful one.
Investment. I made mention of the winners' prize. We are the winners of the NPFL is being paid, I think, 200 million naira, converting it to dollars, compared to what they are being paid, converting to dollars, about 1.30 million. You understand? That money takes a lot to develop their stadiums and the league. sometimes to support the supporters club, their JCs, their brand ambassadors, and every other thing. You understand? How many foreign investors do we have that is sponsoring our NPFL JCs compared to them? You understand? That is proper investment. That is one. Second thing is corruption. Corruption. The key Nigeria. I won't lie to
bedrock now.
I won't lie to you. Corruption is a major thing that we need to eradicate out of the system. Then finally, the administration. I know there's football, but there's some people that are specifically good at administration outside football. So you have to put some people that have the past experience of footballing, everything. But administration is part of it. And once we can do that, I think South Africans were able to differentiate between where they need legends of the game to come into a particular sector and the people that they know all about the administration to come into a particular sector and they met. Okay, you share your footballing idea, you share your own administrative expertise and everything and see what they are doing. You the dividend. Though they still have a lot to improve. You understand? But comparing to them and us, I think we have a mountain to climb.
I think I'll pick it up from where last time. We talked about investment. But the truth is, official, nobody wants to invest money where
it's not developing.
Where does not look good. Nobody wants to associate themselves with something that is not going to materialize. Sure. Businessmen want to put their money where they know that they will get profit. So that's why inwardly we have to do something right ourselves. Now, they say the official Allah used to say something. I really want to quote you now, but let me not quote you. Now, the NPFL is like when we talk about the years of establishment, we are older than the PSL.
Yeah.
I think we started in 1970. The PSL started in 1996. That's about 24 years difference.
4 years difference.
That's
wow.
like 53 years and 29 years up till now. Now, I'm telling you the gap that we used to senior this South African thing. Even our World Cup appearance, we featured at the World Cup in 1998. In 1998, yes. In 1994. South Africans featured 4 years after. That's in 1998. Now, South Africans have hosted the World Cup. We are not yet close. And why is it easy for them? Why is it easy for them to host the World Cup? They have facilities already. Now, this is the way forward for me. I think I grew up with old people. They always talk something to say, if it is not about so many teeth, you have just one teeth and it is very sharp and you can cut meat. It is very important.
Very important.
You can compared to you having 100 teeth that is not useful for you. You can never use it to bite.
That's a proverb.
Now in 2000, I remember the PSL they had this reshuffling. They used to have 18 teams in the PSL. Now they removed 2. They left 16. And the reason is because they said the pictures were getting congested. Some of them were not ready and the likes. And then they have just 16. And then the 16 have been what they've maintained up to now. Now look at it. How many teams do you have in the Premier League?
20.
If you have just 10 in the NPFL, if you have just 10 teams that are ready to play, let them play. Do you know we have teams in this NPFL that do not have stadiums? That they are risking the lives of their players and fans to travel miles away from their home ground to go and play tournament, to go and play home game matches in another ground up till now. So if you have 10 clubs that are ready to play the NPFL, that will bring good facilities.
Let them play.
Let them play. Yeah. If anyone is not ready, relegate them back to the NL level. Let them play.
Yes.
16 leagues are playing in the PSL. Look at how good they are. That was like the resurrection of their league. 2 teams that were reduced that time was I think Real Stars and Free State Stars. And Real Stars they disbanded because they could not manage. Free State came back, and then compared to ours here that we have numerous numbers of teams and they cannot amount.
They don't have the money. The jerseys. Have you seen the jerseys?
To buy a jersey from of a Nigerian league is even hard to get one. So now compare yourself. If you have 10 good teams from the league that can play the league, that can give you what you want, then you leave them. Let them compete. Let them compete. Just by having 50 teams or more than, and they cannot give you anything. So I think the LMC, the league management company, should look inward if it is to bring down the names of the people that are not capable enough to compete in this.
Yes.
If it is just 5 people that let them compete.
Allow them. The likes of your club, lobby stars. You understand?
I guess stadium. You don't start.
Do you have a stadium?
You don't start.
That's the truth.
You are developing the stadium.
Yes,
guys, not an official IEX. I think the governing body of the Nigerian football has a lot of work to do in terms of developing the local league, because those guys, they know they do anything at all. Look at how the PSL league has developed. People were senior for age, when we go World Cup, they never even go 4 years interval. And now look at how they have developed. And then we will still do the pamper things. not proper. So that's our time on final. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Want to hear your honest opinion in the comment section. See you again next time. Thank you.